Arnold Palmer's going to go out. Arnold Palmer's going to go golf for that. Nice one.
Batting practice before the big game, the game of the decade. Still Cruisin versus Chasers.
Way better than Israel Sanchez. I don't care what they say. Hands down, I take Junior. I played with him for 4 years. I played with Zippy for 4 years. There's the Helen.
Caputo warming up.
He's not back yet? Where'd he go? To get his shoes. He wore wrong shoes.
There's Wally Pecs, the other pitcher, for still Cruisin.
If you have a pick hitter, just tell us.
We'll tell you. Yeah, somebody. There might be a guy that might bat
Just
for
let
me,
us
you
know.
know.
I don't care. Just tell me.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, but the umpire has to know too.
Yeah,
the umpire too.
identify. Let's make it easy.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Yes, I definitely will.
Good luck. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Whenever you're ready, Chase.
Okay, here we go with the game of the decade. Jerry Reay steps in for Wally Pecs is still Cruisin. Pat Caputo out there on the mound, top of the first at Glenview, game of the decade. Here's the pitch. There's a strike, as I mentioned, Jerry Reay from Aurora University, Hall of Famer. Tons of talent out here tonight. Caputo delivers, ground. There's a cut to left field, and it's in front of Mike Ball for a single. So, Jerry Reay comes up with a quick single to start the game. Number 2, Nicky Marchese. Played many years for all the big major teams. He swings at the first ball, hits it down the left field line, foul. That's Mike Ball out there in left field. Pinch runner, by the way, courtesy runner for the single hitter by Jerry Reay. So here's Marchese, Nick Marchese with the hat backwards from the northwest side of Chicago, streets and sand guy, and you know, probably one of the more exciting guys to play in the game. Marchese played for years on Flashback, played with the Gamblers, played all kinds of good teams. This year he played with the 45s, who did in fact win the big national championship recently in Carroll Stream. So Nick Marchese, big time outfielder for still Cruisin. He swings as a short fly to left. In comes Ball quickly. Ball grabs it for the out. Back to first, the fire. Safe. So didn't know if that ball was trapped or not, but Ball did make the catch and left. Good play there by Mike Ball. Runner gets back to first. Tim Decker, another Hall of Famer here for the Wildfire still Cruisin team, wearing the beautiful blue jersey. Here's Decker as I move just a little bit closer. Caputo on the mound. You got Kenny Flaws over there in first base. There's a swing, a ball to straightaway center field. Robotuso on his horse. Robotuso drops it. Went off his webbing. Robotuso drops it. The runner does play it safe and gets to third. So Robotuso with the ball off of his glove in center field. So a big error out there for center fielder. First and third. Cicero Police, our big guy in there now. First and third, one out. Mike Brady behind the plate. That's Caputo over there. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Very unusual pitching motion by Caputo tonight. He just flipping him low. Ground ball over to HERATY for the out. Back. Oh, safe, but they do get the run. Run does cross on that pushover play, that manufactured run. Here's Stan Bachusz. 2 outs.
2 outs, Blue, right?
Here's Bachusz. There's Caputo out there, game of the decade. First inning, 1-0. Wildfire still cruising. There's a high arcer. There's a cut to third base. Martino over, couldn't get to it. That's a normal play here in Chicago ball, where you have hit the ball and try to spin it. We call it the cut play or the dump in Chicago. Okay, Bachusz now in the box. We're bringing it to you here on George Bliss Radio, and this time on YouTube for the world. Game of the decade. Bachusz swings, ground ball to Joe Morgan at short, guns at the first, Flaws with the scoop, and that's it, 1-0, and we go to the next half inning. We'll be back right after this. Okay, Pat HERATY, bottom of first. Swings, the ball to right field, down for the single, and there's HERATY with that opening single. The great one, Pat HERATY, with the opening swing, a single. Tough, tough, tough out. That's HERATY. Tough guy to deal with. That's Wally Pecs out there. Miller at shortstop, Bachusz over at third. We are shooting the right angle tonight, game of the decade. This is Bobby Russ, batting second, playing short center. His son William is right over here at first base coaching. There's Pecs, he delivers to Russ. Swing, line drive, caught over there by FRIGHETTO. So the great Mark FRIGHETTO, who didn't warm up, he came kind of late. FRIGHETTO, a great stab over there at short center. If you want to see one of the great defensive players ever, that's him out there at short center, Mark FRIGHETTO. HERATY did get back because he knows FRIGHETTO's got a wide range. So here's Flaws, Ken Flaws. One of my favorite players. I met him in '91. Single-handedly took over the defensive win of the Splinters team in Kingman, Arizona. Here's Flaws. There's a ground ball down the third. Oh, right in the middle between Miller and Bachusz. And nobody covering third because Wally could get over there. Bachusz a little bit out of place. So there we go, a ball to the left side. Actually got the guy to third. So first and third. HERATY at third. Running for Flaws, Martino, but first and third for chasers. One out on that great catch by FRIGHETTO. Here's Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan, probably one of the more popular players in all of Chicago history. He swings at the first pitch to right center, drills it to right for the hit, drives in the run. There goes HERATY, and first and third. So there's the great one. There's Morgan. Morgan just playing on the top of his game. Joe Morgan first swinging a line shot to right. Guess what? Game tied. FARARESE, Frank FARARESE. He's DH tonight. They do use a DH in Chicago ball. Frank was the most valuable player of, Chicago's biggest tournament called the No Glove Nationals some years back. So we're all over 50 here. If you're watching for the first time, this is the 50 and over championship. Game of the decade in the Chicago area. We are in Glenview, Illinois. You must be 50 or over. And these guys, there's no slide rule. Everybody runs hard. This is a great game. FARARESE, ground ball to Miller at short. Over to second. And there's a double play. So Miller to FRIGHETTO to first base for the double play. 1-1. We'll be back after this. Top of inning number 2. This is their shortstop, Miller. And right behind him is FRIGHETTO, who made that incredible defensive play there. Caputo out there on the mound. You see Bobby Russ out at short center. HERATY at second. Wide angle ends. Flaws at first. Okay, 1-1. Here's Miller. We focus on the batter here. George Bliss Radio bringing it to you on YouTube. Yes, we're a radio station that does video. Caputo delivers. There's a swing straight away. Center field in the gap. Robotuso quickly. And Miller's going to go for a second. Here's the play. Misses the cut. And backed up there cleanly by Flaws. So a leg double by Miller. Here's FRIGHETTO, Mark FRIGHETTO. Great member of the community executive at Glenview State Bank. And if you want to win a game defensively, this guy can do it single-handedly. Here's FRIGHETTO going against Caputo, so 2 Hall of Famers. a Hall of Fame pitcher against a Hall of Fame defensive star. We'll focus on Frigetto. Quick pitch. It is a ball. The ball does have to have a certain arc here, but there is an unlimited high arc in this game. Frigetto hits the ball to right center. Here's Ravatuso, throws into the middle of the diamond. Miller does make it no problem to third, so a nice sacrifice by Mark Frigetto. Bobby Olsen played for the Taggers years ago. Lefty. He is capable of going out of the park, although he won't swing for it. He does have the power. He swings hard. Bobby Olsen, lefty, DH. He swings, and there's a long shot to right. Caught out there by Big Pat. And guess what? They're playing the mechanical game here. Two runs in. 2-1. Here's Tony Prochenski. 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 Inducted last spring with the great Tommy Duddleson in the Softball Hall of Fame in Chicago. Played with Splinters on 91 with Flaws, the guy out there at first base. So remember, this is the 15 over league. For many years, these guys played with other teams, and now they're having fun in their heyday. There's a fly to straightaway center field. Ravatuso with the catch. So we'll be back right after this. Bottom of second inning, Mike Ball, the left fielder. Ford Chasers, 2-1 in favor of Chasers. Check that. That's 2-1 in favor of Wally Pecs' great team. Still cruising. Miller opened up the last half inning with a nice double. Came in on a sacrifice after that, so 2-1. Pecs works quickly, just like Caputo. Doesn't fool around, just stays on the mound and flips it in. Ball with a spinning ball to home. Pecs with a great catch there. Wally Pecs still quick as a cat out there. Frigetto, Miller, Bachusz, back to Pecs. Pat Salamone from the northwest suburbs played on the Splinters A team that won the whole thing in Aberdeen, North Dakota, so many years ago. Pat Salamone. Salamone swings. Ooh, just foul. Salamone goes for the quick swing. In the on-deck circle is Jim Martino, the captain of the Chasers team. Both teams only have 2 losses. Wally Pecs' team, 14-2. Chasers, 13-2. Here's the pitch. Salamone. Oh, trapped over by Bachusz, so that's an infield single. And Salamone digs one out. Bachusz off the webbing. Kind of a half cut, a little rotation on the ball. So 1 out. Pecs delivering to Martino. Martino takes the first pitch for a ball. We're going to focus it on Jimmy, very fast runner. Good contact hitter. Nothing there, hits the front of the plate, so 2-0. So let's see if Wally comes in with a pitch. That would be a strike. Pecs can throw a strike at any time. Swing. Ball in the hole. So a nice single there for Martino as he splits Bachusz and Miller. So a nice single, you know, real fundamental baseball here. First and second. Brady. Now, Mike Brady played for the Aces years ago. Brady has that slashing cut to the left side where he slaps it. So they're going to try to play him tighter at third base. Watch what he does. He'll slap the ball down to third base if he can to try to get on and use his speed. Mike Brady, great St. Ignatius grad, moves up in the box looking for that swing. Here comes Bachusz in at third. Watch this play closely, folks, looking on the internet. 21, 2-1. Pecs is not going to give him anything outside. There's a swing, infield fly. So Brady misses it totally. Does not get a good swing on the ball, so that's a automatic out. They called it an infield fly. 2 outs. Marty Robertuso, the center fielder, retired from the city of Chicago. For years, climbed up on those trucks, working on the streets in sand and the tree division. This is Robertuso, Marty. Robertuso swings at the first pitch, running hard and quickly in center field, and he's out. We'll go to the next half inning right after this. Okay, here we go, top of 3. Caputo. Wildfire still cruising. And here with Mike James. Mike, a great game as always.
Yeah, tough game. It's going to be low scoring, probably.
Well, the defense is so good on both sides, Mike.
They have excellent defense. Hey, everybody.
The half swing, in quickly, Mike Ball for the out. So Caputo with a nice pitch there. Couldn't get a lot of wood on. Here's Pecs. My favorite story about Wally Pecs is some years ago he was playing him on Prospect, and some of the people were kind of razzing him, and he took a swing and knocked it out of the park on field 3. No one said he could even do it, but he did it. There's a swing by Pecs, pop up to Morgan, so a quick 2 outs. So Wally with a swing there, didn't get it all. Morgan, Martino, Caputo on the throw-ins. And now we go to the top of the order, which is Jerry Reay. So they are batting 11. We're back up to number 1. I believe it's R-E-A-H. I'm sorry, R-E-A-Y. I'm so sorry, Jerry Reay. Went to Aurora University and a Hall of Fame outfielder, now playing 15 over ball for the still cruising team. Reay with a swing. 1, 2, 3. We return to the next half inning as we're here at the game of the decade, Glenview, Illinois. We'll be right back. Caputo, Pat Caputo, Elmhurst, Illinois, considered one of the greatest pitchers in softball history. Primarily his defense was untouched. There's Caputo with a line shot single, and Caputo, the classic player from Elmhurst, Illinois, Bellwood, Illinois, comes up with a hit, and they will have a courtesy runner. There's Martino, courtesy running for Caputo, so a nice shot by Caputo. Not only does he play defense, but he hits a nice line drive. All right, top of the order, Pat HERATY, H-E-R-A-T-Y. In the Hall of Fame for his hitting, one time some years ago, 17 for 18 in the Nationals. Fly ball to right, PROCHENSKI no problem. Martino gets back. So HERATY, a first swinger there, and out to PROCHENSKI. So 1 out. Bobby Russ. Bobby Russ. We're going to take up a collection for some new pants for him. I'm here with Bobby Olsen right next to me. Tim Decker catching. Low pitch, and he calls a strike. So the ball is uneven arc, meaning any arc will work in this game, and that ball was a strike over the tip of the plate. So even if it's even on both sides, as Bobby says, the ball's thrown in there flat, it is hittable. Another flat one. There's a ball to right center, back. He beats Marchese for the shot. There goes Bobby Russ the second. Here comes Martino in. Russ with the big, huge triple way out there to right center. So Russ takes the pitch deep over the outstretched arms of Nick Marchese, and that was a bomb. So there's Russ with the big RBI triple. Flaws.
Going right field.
Kenny Flaws may go to right. Has all power everywhere. There's a strike. 1 out. The fly out by HERATY. There's a ball up the middle to Ghetto. He does concede the run, so he couldn't get enough throw on that ball. So Forgetto a little bit upset. He wanted to know if he could gun to home plate, but Russ had a pretty nice jump, and Mark thought better of it and threw him out. It is early in the game. You know, see, there's Mark with his good head. He went to the right place, but was a little frustrated that he couldn't gun the guy down. There's Morgan with the first swing. Dale in left field. Oh, almost go! Oh, and is he okay?
Yeah.
He slid out there, and sorry, we don't have the zoom lens here on YouTube, but that's Big Dale out there in left field. That was almost catchable. So Morgan with a swing that he did not like. 2 outs. Frigetto's still talking about the play where Bobby Russ scored on that ground ball up the middle. So that could prove later on to be very critical. But early in the game, Morgan, ball. That ball was just inside. Morgan, way inside, 2-1. You know, Wally's not going to give Joe anything that good because he knows he's got the pound. There's a swing, a line drive. Oh, a shot by Morgan up the middle. So Morgan with 2 powerful swings so far tonight in the game of the decade. And that's why these stars, Joe Morgan, they play this game. They're going to talk about FARARESE, how to play him. FARARESE's, you know, primarily, he's batting now, but FARARESE is primarily a power swinger. So I'm going to say there's nothing going to come in low to him. So let's see how they handle FARARESE, who's the DH. A little bit arc on that ball, so ball 1. Being very careful with FARARESE. There's a strike right over the tip of the plate. FARARESE with the ground ball to Miller. Fires over to first. And that's it. We'll be back right after this action at Glenview. 3-2, top of 4, game of the decade. Top of 4, MARCHESE. Wildfire needs a run to tie it. MARCHESE, first swinging to Morgan. Guns at the flaws. See how smooth Morgan is? I mean, you got 2 great shortstops here. Miller and Morgan. Joe Morgan over there handling the ball to Martino. Very, very strong player, Joe Morgan. See how deep he is? 50 years old, and the guy is way on the grass. Here's Decker, known for his hitting. He swings, another one to Morgan. Morgan releases, and he throws a gun over to none other than Kenny Foss. So 2 balls right to Morgan. You don't want to go there because he's not going to make any mistakes. Morgan plays very, very deep. Here's Big Mike. His son plays big-time football at Aurora University, considered the #1 snapper, long snapper in college ball today. Mike to center field, left in the gap. No, Mike Ball grabs it. Great play by Mike Ball as they were shifted over, and 1, 2, 3 outs, and we'll be back right after this. Mike Ball here, 3-2, bottom of 4. Mike Ball was caught that last out there. Last at Franny. Ball up to the middle, up to the great Wally Pecs. So, you know, Pecs is not going to make any errors for a guy that's plus 60.
He's 70.
He's 70. So Bobby behind me. Let's just remind the people right now, that guy on the mound, Pecs is 70 years old and can play better than people half his age at any given time. Pat Salamone. Salamone first swinging. Right center, in quickly. It does fall between PROCHENSKI. So PROCHENSKI and that's Nicky MARCHESE out there. That's a little bloop single for Salamone. So Salamone with a nice soft swing there. Here's Martino, captain of Chasers. Swings, and that ball's down. And nice, great swing. Oh, great swinging. Oh, is Martino playing well. Great swing there by Martino as he just places one. Dumps it. First and second now. Salamone with a big lead over there. And Brady. Let's see what they do here, if they go for full swing or try to get the guy moved. Let's see what he does. Mike Brady, south side of Chicago, near Midway Airport. All these guys, without being too corny, legendary players in the Chicago history of softball, going way back to, well, if a guy's 60, you know, when he was 20, that's 40 years ago. So figure that out. There's a shot by Brady. It's him down. So here comes Salamone. And a nice throw out.
He's pulling it out already. He's pulling it out. We got timeouts. Frank, he's already pulling it out. After the tag. What do you got to do? Get it back to the mound before it's long enough? Come on, Blue. Get with it.
Well, argument here on the transfer after the tag at home. He was clearly out, and then the umpires ruled that it was apparently bobbled, you might technically say. And I believe the score now would be 4-2. So very controversial play there, and they're not going to reverse it. So this is Robotuso. Wally Pecs keeping his cool out there. Robotuso ground ball to Miller. Throws the first. Safe at first. So Brady on the semi-hit and run was going with the swing. That's why I tell you, these guys over 50, they're still fast. Brady was already on his way on that swing, almost like a hit and run. Run scores, of course, Martino, and Miller just for a second held on to it, threw over to first base to Big Mike, and Robotuso made it by a step. So there's a leg single. Here's Caputo. That Caputo last time up with a very nice swing. Caputo to the right side, over to PROCHENSKI. And Mike, well, Patty a little upset there. Mike had the tag there. Brady wanted the tag there and possibly go for third. So that was a wasted swing. Caputo purposely went with the medium fly to right, and Brady was off the base and didn't tag. It was a straight tag play. So let's see what they say after the game on that. I can't be perfect on these analysis, but that's what appeared to happen. Caputo did the right thing there by going to the right side, and Brady could have tagged and maybe made a throw play. Here's HERATY. There's a ball down. So Brady scores anyway, so that erases any of those questions. Brady scores on the HERATY dump single to right, and HERATY's been doing it for years, Bobby.
He's there every time.
Pat HERATY. So HERATY with a classic game. Long way to go, bottom of 4, only in the halfway point. Game of the decade. There's a ball. Bobby Russ. There's a strike. There's the strike. Remember, the flat pitch can be called a strike as long as it ends in the strike zone area. This is a open arc game. Real high arc now. Russ, ground ball up the middle, and it squeaks through. It squeaks through for the single. Bobby Russ with the seeing eye single. And that ball I thought was going to be caught by Frigetto. That ball just slipped through. Wow, by an inch. There's Flaws. Ground ball down the Bachusz. Throws the first. Out! Big inning there for Chasers. We go to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back.
He's pulling it out of his glove and he's throwing it back to the mound.
Stan Bachusz. Swings. Morgan. Out! Safe, safe. Safe at first as Bachusz gets his foot down. So incredible play by Morgan in the hole.
Jim, you gotta get that ball, Jim.
throws a bullet over to Flaws. And Bachusz for a big man moving well. So Bachusz with the infield single.
Get it out, get it out.
Here's Miller.
Joey, nice play, Joe.
Morgan just playing spectacular tonight. Chris Miller, nice swing to right field. That's down in front of Salamone. Here comes Marchese at third. Marchese is going to score. And there's a leg triple there by Miller. So Miller with a big game tonight. Miller with a big game. Not even a bloop triple. A ball that was cut down the right field line, fell in front of Salamone, and then Miller was going. And then by the time they gathered it in, Miller's over at third. Here's one of the better players in Chicago. I don't know much about Miller, but I'm getting to learn about him now. Frigetto. Talking strategy. Are they going to go for the fly? Are they going to go for the swing? Frigetto having trouble with the umpire. You know, Mark likes to get wound up pretty good because he's such a great player. He likes the game to be perfect. Don't blame him. With his shortstop counterpart at third, we're going to see what he does here. Is he going to go for the fly ball or the straight swing? Softball at its best in Glenview. Frigetto, Mark. He goes for the swing. Oh, it falls in. It falls in, bloop. So there's a bloop. There's a bloop single by Mark. So Mark gets the fall. Mark gets the seeing eye bloop. Now we got Morgan out there. Possible injury. We'll be back right after this. The short pause. No, we're going to keep running here live. As Morgan with the single. So here's Frigetto over at first with that nice bloop single. And here is Bobby Olsen. He scored Miller ahead of him, so could be a big inning for still Cruisin. Timeout over there if they get a courtesy runner. So that's Marchese over there stepping in for Frigetto's single. So courtesy runner. It's allowed here in the 15-over game. There's a shot to left center. Down. Here comes Marchese into third. And he holds it there because with no outs, there's no way Marchese is going to go. So Marchese with some great running there.
Hit it hard, Tony. Anywhere you want, baby. Go for your hit. Let's go.
That was an absolute bullet by Bobby Olsen. So here's Prochenski, the right fielder, for still Cruisin. That last hit was Bobby Olsen out there at first base. He is the DH, and it works tonight as a great hitter. Caputo delivering quickly. Prochenski to the right side. HERATY for one, and yeah, he drives in Marchese. So a little nice manufactured run there. Nice play. Purposely hit to the right side, slow roller. They wanted to get Marchese in. No other play was thought there, so that's a manufactured run. This is called giving yourself up in softball. You folks watching out there that play 12-inch, that's softball. Not swinging hard every time. Here's Dale. So Prochenski over there at first on the fielder's choice, but did get the RBI. Ball. The ball gets away here. You cannot go. You cannot steal in Chicago, but you can take a leadoff. Caputo now slowing it down just a little bit. Here's the pitch. There's your strike.
Take one, Dale. You're ready for it now. Your pitch, get your head down.
Have a swing, Dale.
Little ball. Come on, Dale.
Get it up, Pam. Get it out. Get it out.
I'm looking for ideas. They said
There you go. Kill that ball.
2 outs on the foul swing. That's considered a strike. Here's a pinch hitter here. Pinch hitter now for Pecs.
Double. Let's go, kid. Come on.
They have the re-entry slash pinch hitter rule in Chicago. A great rule here in 50 over. We're going to focus in on the pinch hitter. Jerry batting. There's the strike. Pinch hitting for Pecs. Swing to the right side, pop up. Russ has it. We'll be back right after this. So back to live action here. Joe Morgan opened up the inning with a single, and then Reay got a pop out. So one out here. So this is ball. Morgan out there at first base opened it up with a single. So I believe Morgan's been on 3 times tonight. Here's ball. The left fielder for Chasers.
Let him get set.
Reay with the pop up. There's Caputo. Here's ball. Jimmy Martino on the on deck circle. And that is a walk. So that's a walk for ball. First and second. This is Salamone. Salamone swings at the first pitch, goes to the right side for the foul.
Come on, bases loaded here. Let Martino up with bases loaded.
Huge crowd out here. It's totally sold out tonight. Parking lot totally sold out. Standing room only at Glenview. Here's Salamone back to live action. George Bliss here. Game of the decade. 15 over championship in Glenview. That's Pecs out there on the mound. Bobby Stevens coaching at third. Here's the delivery. Salamone to the right side. Tag up, he calls tag. And here comes Morgan to third. So they did get one runner up with 2 outs. So the first base runner was Ball. He did hold. Morgan over at third. Martino now with first and third, 2 outs. Mike Brady right here. First and third. Morgan opened it up with a single. Martino with a ball around. No, Martino with a great shot. Here comes Ball.
Come on, Michael! Down! Yes! Standing on first base. Jim, right there! Stay there! Quick Jerry to run the bases!
So Martino did stay at first to be safe, but we didn't want to get cut down. After the throw in, Martino did advance to second. So it's a hit and an advance for Martino with a big game tonight. Morgan, Martino, I believe on every time up.
Come on, Michael! Jimmy!
Here's Brady. Martino on base every time tonight, Patty, and also Joe Morgan. So a good game for them so far. You had a very nice hit to start it out tonight as well. So here's Brady. Brady, line drive to Bacchus. Nice play, but big inning for Chasers. Good inning. We'll be back right after this short pause. The great Richie Wagner scorekeeping over there. Gio Vernazos, 9-5. Brady catching. 9-5. Top of 6. 9-5. Top of 6. It is a 7-inning contest. They have 6 outs to score 4 to tie, 5 to go ahead. And I want to remind you that the games in the past between these two teams have come right down to the last inning every time. So Jerry Ray takes a ball flat on the base. Anytime it hits the base in Chicago, it is considered a ball. There's a ground ball to Martino. Quick flick. Nice soft throw by Martino. So Martino, very solid tonight. Martino on base, I believe, every time. Running well, playing solid. He's got Morgan next to him, who has probably the top shortstop in this 50 and over league, I would say. Mark Frigetto, an incredible player at short center. Here's Marchese. Marchese, ground ball to Caputo. Didn't get a good swing on that one. We're out number 2. So 2 outs here in the top of 6. 9-5. They got Dolly Parton 9-5. Decker. Two outs. Decker swings. Line drive to Martino. Picks it up, throws him out. And Martino. Off the glove. Fell in front of him. Nice play there.
Have a game, Jimmy Martino.
Chasers very excited here. We'll be back right after this. Marty Robotuso. First swing. Well, something like that. It's at least, yeah. So Martino has 6 straight hits in a row.
And he's made every play.
So Martino having very good games here.
Still gonna cost him $300 to get laid tonight.
Right. Guys having fun. This is Robotuso.
Come on.
Bottom of 6. Bottom of 6. 9-5. Game of the decade. Still Cruisin versus Chasers. Robotuso, ground ball up the middle to Frigetto. Oh, he throws it away. I have never seen this guy play like that ever. That is a historical first. Mark Frigetto throwing a ball away over the top of the first base. I just can't believe what I just saw.
Where'd you get there, Marty?
You're talking clearly one of the best ever, and just threw it away. So here's Caputo now with that Robotuso on first on the error by Frigetto.
Come on, Pat.
Caputo takes a strike. This guy won MVP of the ASA Nationals as a 57-year-old player. Fly ball to left. Dale's got it. Throw to second. Nothing. So fly out there by Caputo.
Stay hot, Pat.
Come on, Pat. Come on, Pat. Stay hot, Pat.
Bobby Stevens picking up the bat. Here's Bobby Russ and Dexter. Let's get it over to Pat HERATY. HERATY down, ground ball, nobody covering first, and there's a leg single. So Mike got caught there at first base, calling for an interference, but Robotuso did jump up and get out of the way of that ball. Could have been an interference, but Robotuso got out of the way. Nice play by Marty Robotuso. Let's go right over Kenny Flawes' shoulder as he views Russ. 9-5 still. 2 men on. Man on first, man on second. Flat pitch. Bobby had a big long ball early in this game. A triple. He's a little short and right. Russ can go there. Prochenski's giving him the deep ball. Let's see what happens here.
Bobby, come, Bobby.
Russ the other way, and there's a single. Robotuso's going to stay at third. So a nice slash single.
Come on, Ken.
A slash single by Russ.
Come on, Ken.
Martino going to go run for Russ.
Gotta get the run.
Robotuso did do the right thing and stay at third. He would have been gunned down at home.
Junior, nice hit.
Here's Flawes. Bases loaded.
Someone's sailing here.
Flawes swings. Ball to left field. No, and Dale's got it. Here comes Robotuso to score.
That's a big run. Here we go, Joe. Come on, Joe.
So there's your sacrifice fly by Flawes to get Robotuso in. So that would be 10-5.
Kenny, good job.
Let's go. Come on, Marty, way to hustle.
Nice
kid.
fly ball by Kenny Flawes.
Stay hot, Joe.
Let's watch over the shoulder of Frank FRANKY of Joe Morgan, who's having a banner night. Thank you, Frankie. That's Morgan.
Hey, Joe, come on, Joe.
Morgan just with an incredible offensive and defensive effort tonight. Joe Morgan has won many MVPs in years past, mostly in the major level, but also in this 50 and over level. So this is Joe Morgan. Oh, he takes a swing there and nothing there. So they do retire Morgan on a bad swing there. But 10-5, we'll be back right after this. Okay, bottom of 7 here. Mike Perry, Cicero Police Department, one of the great ones, is going to be up here in top of 7, 10-5 deficit for still Cruisin. Caputo, he's bringing in Salamone and right. Flaws it first as he delivers. First pitch swinging, ground ball, HERATY, out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Here is Bachusz, Stan Bachusz, third baseman for still Cruisin, Hall of Famer. Played with Hollywood Casino, the Dollhouse, a team called the Wedge, one of my favorite names ever. So here's Bachusz. Bachusz needs to get on. See what happens. Bachusz swings at the first one, drives it down the line, and away in foul play. Okay, Bachusz. Let's see if he can straighten it out. They've got to get something going here. This is it. 7th inning, top, 5-run deficit. Caputo out there on the mound. Bachusz, foul. Okay, here we go, Stan Bachusz. Caputo delivers. 1 out. Swing to right field. In quickly as Salamone, but he does get the single. So nice swing there by Bachusz. Anything can happen here. Marchese will be running now over at first base. Miller with the swing, and there's a single. And there goes Marchese to third, so first and third here. Nice shot there by Miller. Here's Frigetto. Miller over at third. A single is needed here. Frigetto up the middle to Caputo. Over to second. So safe at second on the bobble. Bobby Russ, low throw by Caputo. Left-handed short center, had to turn around a little bit. Dropped that ball. So run scored, 10-6. 1 out. First and second. So 10-6, 1 out. If Olsen goes long here, it'll be a 10-9 game with the home run. Let's see what happens. There's a strike. So long fly to right field. Missed by Salamone. Dropped by Salamone. Here comes Miller. Here comes Marchese. No, Marchese is going to hold. Marchese does hold. 10-7.
Forget about the runner.
So 3-0, 10-7, 3-0 as we say in parlance here in Chicago, with Prochenski up, 1 out, and he's the tying run. 10-7, so Prochenski, if he does go long, would tie it. 10-7. The tying run's in the box. Rich Wagner over here, the spotter for the teams, yells it out. There's a swing, a pop-up. Morgan, no problem for out number 2 as Morgan runs it in. So 2 outs. 10-7. And Dale, if he gets a long one, will tie it up with a 3-run home run. Bobby Olsen out there at second. Marchese at third. 2 camera shoot tonight. There's a ball to straightaway center field, and Robotuso grabs it. That's it. Game's over. 10-7. Game of the decade won by Chasers. 10-7.
This guy. Jimmy Martino. We're buying Martino dinner. Good game, boys. Game, Marty.
Final score, 10-7. Joe Morgan with the big game, Martino with the big game, Caputo solid on the mound. Everybody played good on Chasers. Couple minor errors there late in the game, but didn't hurt them. And Martino was a great 2 games, the last 2 games. Great game, Jimmy. At the end there, just a little kind of minor thing. But
George, I get a little aggravated.
Yeah, well, that's all right. And there's HERATY, there's Caputo, Salamone, Morgan with some big games tonight.
George, good job.
That's it for the beautiful Glenview Game of the Decade. George Bliss out here. YouTube and George Bliss Radio, we thank you for watching. Chicago softball, it's the greatest game in America. The final out here, the Game of the Decade. Chasers, 10. Still Cruisin, 7. See you later, everybody.
There's got to be some reciting, damn it. It was just an easy play. He made that call over there.